Evening everyone, it's Shay from Grassroots Football Ventures. Don't usually do a video in the week really, or um, a few days before a game. Obviously we don't have a game tomorrow night because we're only playing once a week now. I don't even know if I should be doing this video really because it's not been a good day. My anxiety's been through the roof, been having meltdowns, and it's just, oh god, I just wanted to bang my head against the fucking wall all day because I've just made an almighty fucking clanger. I've booked something for me and my dad to go to on weekend, second and third of May, and I've just realised, I thought, oh shit, that's the fucking weekend of the playoff final, and I thought, oh god, I do not want to miss that. Um, so I've just realised if when it's don't win the league, and I think it's going to be fucking, for me personally, it's going to be fucking disastrous, and not that I won't be happy if they make playoffs, of course I would, but if I can't, mate, if I didn't go to the playoff final and they made it, I don't know, don't think I'd want to I said never want to go to the club again, of course I would, but I just would be so, and you miss an important, historical moment, and that's if they got there and actually won and not lost, but, um, yeah, I was going to say, sorry, I've not, I'm going so fucking stressed today. I was trying to sort something else I've dropped a clanger with as well. I borrowed done have accidentally booked something else by mistake. Um, forgetting it was the same weekend as the fucking playoff final weekend. I was trying to get money back on it, and it's an absolute mess. I just thought the amount of mess that I get myself into sometimes. I get so angry with myself, and I have this voice in my head like patronising me and saying stuff to me, go, Shay, you shouldn't do this, it's all your fault. And I'm like, yes, I know, just shut the fuck up. Sorry. Uh, yeah, I don't really know what the purpose or point of this video is. I have written down when its next games. I've got this fucking diary that I've fucking which we actually been making use of, and I've finally started noting down every date of stuff I've got this year with Candy, and literally have looked here, and our next 6 games are Mossley home, Shifnal away, Clitheroe away, Stafford home, Darlaston away, and Withy Town at home, and all them teams in the bottom half of the table. And it sounds silly to say this, but please just win all 6. I know that's like easier said than done, and but I did realise that our last 6 or 7 games we had played teams kind of near the top half, so we've had a tougher fixture list that we've just come off the back of with the obviously defeat to Wowbreck, but these next 6 games I don't like to say winnable, but I just think please just fucking win them and just win the league. Please just no more playoffs, because for a start we know our record in them is fucking woeful, and secondly, unless I can, I don't know, sort something, it's going to be difficult. I probably won't be able to go to the final. Obviously, I'm thinking way too far ahead. You don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be, it's not going to be an enjoyable next 2 months at the Winnets. I'm literally going to be going to every game just terrified of not winning, because I'll be thinking any more drop points now, there is fucking zero chance of that top spot. So it's not nice. It's not a good. It's not a good kind of mindset to have. But knowing this situation I've landed myself into, being an absolute idiot and not marking dates down properly for I book things. It's literally going to have to be, you either, for me it's win or bust. It's first or nothing for me, because it's like, and that isn't in our hands, as I said on Saturday. So even if they did win the next 5 or 6, there's no guarantee they'll still be top, because it seems at the moment that Bury and Avro have had a lot of easy fixtures. I don't know who their next fixtures are, but when Bury are playing the likes of Trafford, it doesn't exactly help us, because they're rock bottom of the table, and Clitheroe on a bad run. So even though Avro won weight on it, just I know the fixtures are that's the way they are. But until they start facing some teams in and around them, then I think it's going to be tough for them to drop points. But we'll see. All right, Warwick did lose to Darlington away, so you never know. There's different shocks that can happen, but it's just going to be really stressful next couple of months for me, and I think I'm going to drive myself mad, to be honest. I think I've already driven myself completely mad over my obsession of wanting the Winnets to win and go up. And people say if you let something get like too obsessive, it can just wreck your mental health, and you can just end up just losing it. And I think I'm on my way to doing that at the moment, because I'm sure other supporters feel the same. They just don't post it on a YouTube channel like me, because I'm an idiot. So yeah. But this whole obsession of like, just wanting something so badly to the point that you'll make yourself ill and sick, and you'll go through a whole spectrum of emotions. I guess me being autistic doesn't always help. I'm not saying it's an excuse for like getting overly obsessed, but the condition itself, it does kind of make a lot of people on the spectrum very obsessive over anything. Maybe not just football, just anything that they like. They get so obsessed with it and so into it that they end up, letting it affect them like badly when things don't go the way. And it's not healthy. It's not good. I know that, but as I can't get rid of my condition. I've had it since I was young. It's not the worst thing to have. There's far worse things you could have. So I'm lucky in a way that, I wouldn't say I'm able to be healthy. I'm overweight. I haven't been in the gym for a long time, and I probably look fat and bloated. And when I see photos or videos of myself and I look at my face, I think, my God, your face has got some weight on it now. And I think, geez, that's fucking awful. But that's the price you pay if you don't look after yourself, or you try to get off alcohol for a while and can only manage 3 weeks, and then you just go back on it because you just can't, because you want to, but it's everywhere, alcohol in it. So yeah, we're gonna have to see next 6 games, and then obviously after that we've got Berry at home on the 28th of March. God, that's going to be massive. Trafford away on the 4th of April. Bootle at home on the 6th of April. Yeah, it says it's only 2 days after, which is weird. Kidsgrove away on the 11th. Staley Bridge at home on the 18th, and then Newcastle Town on the 25th of April. And that's how I know that the playoff final will be week commencing 2nd to 3rd of May, because the final is always the week after the last week game. The semi-final is on a Tuesday or Wednesday, and the final is usually, it's either a Saturday or Sunday. But I know then, when I realised, I thought, why did you just not be more careful and just check things properly? Because God forbid we get there, I don't go, we somehow win for the first time in 4 attempts and I'm not there, and I think, you've just missed like a moment you might not see again for many years. As people take promotions for granted, they might only happen once every 20-30 years, especially when it's been 8 years since our last one, so it could be 8-10 years or more for the next one if we get one this year. So it's not like certain teams where they go, don't worry, we'll just go up next year. Clubs that have dropped into the Football League, like Leicester, Leeds, they always know the size of clubs like that. I'm just picking a couple of examples. They know that if they lose a playoff final, they'll just win the league the following year. They'll be thereabouts. They'll get back there eventually because the size of the club is too big not to, be able to go up. But yeah, we're in a right mess with this. So this is going to be, I don't know, it's going to be difficult for me because I don't want to be going to win its games and like not enjoying it and just solely being gripped by fear that if we don't win, that I'm thinking, oh shit, we get 2nd to 5th, that's everyone else will think, oh great, and I'll be like, no, that's fucking disaster for me because I know I won't make the final. So, oh God, I just wish they'd just win it. I'd put that over. I know this sounds really petty and silly, but over anything right now, that's all I'd want, just to win it. But it's probably not going to happen because it's not in our hands. Just prove me wrong, please, for once. Not that I've never been proved wrong. I'm sure I have plenty of times, but yeah, I don't know. This is bad day. When I have bad days, it's kind of like I just don't want to get out of bed some days. I mean, I fucking hate life sometimes when it's like this. Just hate things, get angry, have a bit of a temper on me. Not anyone or anything, just in my mind I get angry and just get really kind of just, I don't know, just like it's impossible to enjoy things sometimes because you become so consumed by one thing or several things that it's sucked the life out of you, and it's kind of makes me question you kind of what has gone so wrong in your life to for something like football to dominate it so much. You know, they always, I know you don't listen what people say, what you think when you obsess over stuff like football and you know what people, blokes especially like football, but when it comes like unhealthy or the point the fact it makes or breaks your weekend or makes you sicker, you're kind of thinking, especially in my case, you think why is your life so devoid of happiness that you know you have to rely on that, you know, your team that you support for have to win, otherwise you know you can't be happy, or that's what completes your life and makes you happy. And I think to myself, no, that's not how it should be. It's stupid, but weird. It's like someone taking drugs and then they know they're bad for them, and then they just want to take them even though it's bad for their health, and they don't stop. But no, I don't really know where I'm going with this, to be honest, because this is kind of the first kind of video where I've touched on other things. I know this is primarily a football channel, and that's what we try and keep it as. We don't try to involve our personal lives too much because one, it's a football channel, and two, people don't really want to know about it because they've got their own things going on. So you know, I try to be mindful of that. I'm always there, so obviously I will speak to anyone if they're having like difficult times, of course, and I always will. And I know it's hard for people to speak up sometimes because stigma around like mental health with blokes especially, but I don't know, it's me being autistic since young. I've always kind of like had problems with that, and you know, just I remember during, I think it was COVID 2020, I think it was before I met Candy, I was at one point I was sort of got myself in a mess with something, and I was literally that feeling that anxious and sick. I was like physically throwing up every morning for about 2 weeks, and I didn't know someone could get that anxious to that point. I just thought, that was really bad. I know COVID was a shit time for everyone. Everyone hated it because you couldn't do anything, and it was probably the worst thing to happen on this planet for God knows how long, because it wrecked businesses. People obviously lost their jobs, and it just yeah, it was just horrible. Well, we got through it eventually, but yeah, very rough time for everyone. And no, but with me, I feel like it's some of this the way I feel as long as it's moving forward. If you don't eat healthy or don't do lift weights anymore, or not done them for a long time, don't go to the gym, then you're more susceptible to your mental health being bad because you're not doing anything healthy or exercise. Obviously, I take Prozac every day. I've taken it for about a year and a half. Prozac is, well, the technical name is called fluoxetine, but the slang word for it is Prozac. I've had that for August 2024 when I started taking it. Like, I do okay on it. It doesn't give me a lot of effects or anything. People say you shouldn't really drink alcohol on it, but I do it anyway because, I don't know, it doesn't make me sick or anything. You know, guess it's not dangerous, because if it was dangerous I wouldn't be alive if I was drinking alcohol on it, but no, I just don't know where this is really going. I'm kind of like I'm just going off on some weird rant or something because I'm angry I can't make something that hasn't happened yet, that might not happen or it may do, but no. I can only pray to the gods, footballing gods, that we can somehow grab the top spot, but Elwo's going to have to pull a rabbit out of a hat, and he said he can't guarantee anything, and I respect his honesty. It'd be easy for managers to say, oh yeah, we're going to go up, we're going to do this, because what they want to say, what the fans want to hear, and I'm glad he's went, we'll do everything we can, but we can't guarantee it. Remember at Widnes, when he came and he didn't win the league straight away with them, it took him, he said it was 2.5 years hard work, so he came in with them near the bottom of the table, kept them up. The following year I think they missed out on the playoffs, I think that's when we got second, and then the following year they won the league, so you never know, it could be like that here. I'm not trying to sound very negative, but when him coming back is amazing. I love the guy, he's absolutely such a great guy, and he's a winning wedge as a player. He's won his promotion, but realistically, him coming in January and expecting us to get us a title might just be a bit too much, because he might need, at least a full season. Like at Widnes, he might need the hard work to build that up. People see the end result and they go, oh well, Widnes did it, but as he said, 2.5 years hard work. He didn't walk in there and win the league the next day when in a few months. People didn't take notice of when they missed the playoffs the year before. You never know, what if a club did that and they sacked the manager? Imagine how bad that would be. Not that they would have, not to Elwo, but they were patient, and they he stayed and he got the top spot. This is just hypothetical, I don't know, but I think when it's supporters, me and Quaid, we're just sick of coming so close and falling so short. We just can't take it anymore, because we're just emotionally, mentally burnt out from it all, and we feel like, why do we have to get so close and always fall? It's like, it feels like it's, I would say it's unjust or unfair, but it's just, I don't know, it's just like, what's the point of getting so close and unfair? You may as well just finish mid-table every season, then at least you know where you stand. Seems like Mossley or Newcastle Town, no offence to them, but they finish around mid-table. Actually, no, Clitheroe got playoffs a few years ago. They did actually really well. Maybe like Newcastle Town, Mossley, good clubs, but their supporters probably realistically know they'll probably finish around mid-table, but you never know. Next year maybe Mossley will win the league, or Newcastle. You never know. But I'm going to end this in a minute or two. I don't know. If I put this online, I probably won't watch it back, because I don't want to be listening to some deranged idiots rambling on about stuff that doesn't even make any sense. It's been a long day, and it's only Monday. It's only a fucking Monday. Great start to the week. So that's where I'm at with the, when it's now I'm literally gonna be like, if I don't win the league, for me it's for me personally, it's gonna be a fucking total disaster. But that's just me personally. That's just my personal situation. For the people, for the non-idiots who didn't stupidly book something at the weekend of the playoffs, they can probably breathe a bit easier, because they'll be able to go. But maybe you've gone and fucked yourself over by just not being more careful. It's not the first time I've done this as well. I hate when it happens as well, especially when it's like, you think any fucking weekend, it always has to be the most important one, or one of the most. Oh well, it's just praying between now and 25th of April. It's going to be just fucking, it's going to be like pulling teeth, excruciatingly painful, just thinking what's going to happen. It's going to be like mental torture, but I'll have to just find a way to manage that torture and just, because because it's going to go to the wire. We know that no team is going to run away with the league. It just doesn't happen at this level. Apart from Wheat Town a few years ago, got a bit of a lead near the end, but so yeah, let's just hope, well, for my sake, that we can. Well, whether we do or don't get top spot, it's just not in my hands, and I can only pray, can only hope. Maybe pay a few other teams off to let us win. No, I can't do that. No. Oh God. We just, as we said on Saturday, we didn't do any footage because it was really bad. The game, and that's not singling anyone out. It was just poor. Everyone was poor, and there was no worthy highlights. So, but we'll see. Next 6 games, especially bottom half teams. Well, apart from Shifnal, actually, Shifnal are 8th and 9th, but they were promoted. But we did lose at home to them, so yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't beat them on the coach. Not next Saturday, Saturday after. Oh God, I'm gonna drive myself mad with this. I'll probably end up in a fucking asylum before the end of the season if I'm not careful. If they still exist, which they probably don't, but some kind of mental institution with a straitjacket on. Right, so I'm gonna end this now. Sorry, it's been a bit weird, and yeah, I don't know. Hope this doesn't affect the channel, make people think I'm some unhinged weirdo that can't, live a normal life because he's obsessed with doing it too much. But alright, I'll leave that there, and we'll see whoever's there Saturday, and let's hope we can. Well, I can only hope we can win enough games to help me avoid disappointments. Yeah, end of April, but it's not in my hands. So yeah, we'll see.